Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I wanted to do a follow-up video on the one that I did the other day, talking about the tariffs on classic cars and classic car parts. Now that the administration has pushed out their official list of stuff, I have found out that classic car importation is not going to be subject to the 25% tax. Now, that's a pretty cool thing for people that are into foreign cars, that are bringing them into the U.S., but unfortunately, it looks like when it comes to parts that are coming into the US, that those things may be taxed with that rate. And as everybody knows, a lot of the replacement parts that are out there for these classic cars are made overseas, even the stuff for American cars. Now, I don't see it possible that American manufacturers are going to step up to make parts for MGs or Austin Healey's or Porsches or whatever. I just don't see that happening. So unfortunately, I think the import of those parts is going to come at a much higher cost. Now, does this inspire some U.S. manufacturers to make some of the stuff here on U.S. ground? Well, only time will tell. Obviously, producing stuff here is going to be a lot more expensive because the wages and such here in our country aren't the same as overseas, which is what sent everything over there altogether. In any case, I'm kind of relieved to see that the shipment of classic cars isn't going to be affected with a grand tariff. Because that's something that I've done personally. I've brought in a few cars from overseas, and it's been a fun adventure. I've even gone over there and bought cars, driven them around, and then shipped them back. Having to do that with a 25% thing on top of it, of course, would make that less attractive. So time will tell what's going on with all of this. Now, a lot of times it seems like the current administration pushes stuff out there that's really bold and broad and big, and then dials it back a little bit as there seems to be some flack. So the art of the deal, the whole thing that he's all about is aim for the stars and then bring it back. We'll see if that happens when it comes to this. It'll also be interesting to see if other countries respond in kind or whether they back off on tariffs or whatever might satisfy the powers that be. But in any case, it's been fun to watch the conversation both here and on Instagram about this issue. It's obviously something that people are concerned about, something I'm concerned about. I think there's a lot of concerns moving forward here in America as to how it's going to affect our pocketbook and how it'll affect our community as time goes on. So please put your comments down below. Keep it civil. I've had to block a couple of people from just downright being a-holes, and I won't put up with that, but I'd love to have a civil conversation with people on both sides of the fence as to whether this thing is good or bad. But I did want to do an update because there was a lot of conversation about the 25% on classic cars. And from where I'm sitting right now, it looks like that will not play into effect. But any new products that are coming in that are for their classic cars, well, I think we might have to pay a bit more for that. In any case, thanks for watching. Keep on digging them up and driving them. Bye-bye.